Reason, I wanted to be with you, girl. I wanted to love you. You was the one that, like, you had my heart years ago, baby. You know what I'm saying? But a player gotta move on, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just fucking around. But like, yo, alright, so I had the trial, and I've been going trial crazy, and I'm gonna go over every trial I've been in, so stay tuned. There's gonna be more videos coming. So I have an account, and they was offering a trial for $1 for the Reason 13 Plus. So I went ahead and I was like, $1? Let me try it, you know? And the nostalgia kicked in because I'm one of those guys, man. Reason was like my second DAW. And FL Studio was my first DAW. And Reason was my second DAW. And once I got the hang of it, I really liked Reason. The sounds. This is back in the day. I'm talking like 20 years ago, right? I'm exposing my age a little bit. I'm talking like back in the day, in the GIP, where like, yo, it wasn't too many VSTs on the market. You know what I'm saying? If you had Reason, you had everything, right? And I learned it. I enjoyed it. And I kept updating it every time a new version came out. And I think I got all the way up to like Reason 8. And that's kind of when I just cut Reason out because I was using more FL Studio. I was using other DAWs like Studio One. I had started using different stuff, you know. And it just, it didn't do it for me. And I really wanted to use it as an extra DAW. And it didn't do it for me. Like, let me explain the things that I personally didn't like about it. I think that if you love Reason, it's great. Like one of the people that, one of my favorite producers, he uses Reason, you know. You also have people like Battle Cat, like they stick to Reason. They don't use anything else. So it's definitely a force to be reckoned with. It's a dope DAW. But like I wish I could pause this video because I don't have the subscription anymore. My subscription is over. But when you came to the screen right here, the mixer, the rack, the sequencer, the flip rack, and you would click those little tabs to change, and like it just felt like it was too much to hit it again, to take it back off, to you switching around and all these screens are switching, and like you're like, it's just like I knew the workflow, but it just didn't work for me anymore. Like I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel the vibe. Like I wasn't feeling the nostalgia. I wasn't feeling the energy from it. And then when I looked at certain things you can't do with Reason, like for example, I don't know if you can, but I don't think you can use stuff in there like scalar or like chord players, right? And I have all these chord players I like to play because I'm not Beethoven on the keys, you know what I'm saying? Like I can play a little bit, but I'm not the best keyboard player in the world, so I'm not finna sit here and cap to y'all like I'm King Dingaling with the goddamn keyboard. Like that ain't me, you know what I'm saying? But I can fool some people. I can get on there and fool you and show you, make you think I can really play because I know certain scales and chords and stuff. But man, I couldn't use scalar with it. You had to use the chord player that they gave you. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but that's not even the reason I switched. But I didn't like that part. I did like the chord players they had in it. The colors of it were great. The new sequencer, all of that was beautiful, man. But it was too much moving around for me to do stuff. Like for me to find this, I got to click this tab and go down here and flip around back on the other side and come back around and flip the rack around and connect it to this. And it was just too much. And like my workflow is so fast now because I'm so used to FL Studio and other DAWs, you know, and it just slowed my workflow down. I guess that's the main reason that I didn't want to use it. Plus certain stuff you can't use with it. And not only that, when it comes to, I wish I still had it. I wish I would have done this video when I had it. I'm trying to find a picture to show you guys what I'm talking about, but I guess I can't find it. Like when you're in the, here we go, something. When you're in the rack area over here, like on the other side, and you're like, all of your VSTs pop up like on the other side of this little section, and like everything is in names. It's like it's going by name, like kilohertz, and then applied acoustics and native instruments, and it's all in folders, and like you can't really see pictures of it, and it's like you have to remember the company that created it to go find a VST, and or you could just type it in the search bar, but like I didn't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just a preference thing. Since it had been so many years since I used it, certain functions were kind of new, and it was just like, I already have a DAW that I love, which FL Studio is one. I've explained that. I'll always use it. But there's a top DAW, and I'm just waiting for the next release. And it's supposed to be releasing this summer. And I will go over every inch of why I believe this new DAW that I'm going after is the best for me. It fits my workflow. I know the DAW in and out. I love the DAW. But yeah, Reason Plus just didn't work for me. The free packs and stuff, I don't really care about a Reason Plus subscription because we have things like Splice, you got Arcade, you got all kind of subscription services you can get from anywhere to get sound packs if you're using loops or whatever the case may be. So it wasn't for that. And then when it came to just using the rack itself, that part was cool. That part was very cool because some of those sounds I missed. Some sounds I haven't even heard. Like I got a chance to play with Object. I got a chance to play with a lot of those synths, man. The new Polytone, I think that's what it's called. And I enjoyed them, but when I compared the sound of Reason to the top VSTs on the market, and I know that's totally unfair. That's totally unfair, right? But Reason is a DAW that's built with a bunch of sounds. It's like the only DAW on the planet where you can go buy this DAW and you get a gajillion billion sounds, right? And I was like, they sound a little dated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're using sounds that come with Reason, they sound dated, man. Most people that use Reason, they use VSTs, man. Because the stuff that comes in the package just ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, in my point of view, like, don't kill the messenger here. I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, one of my favorite people to follow, man, he uses Reason, big time heavy, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, my boy T. But hey, man, look, I guess that's all. That's it. That's all for Reason. It's goodbye. I'll see you. Maybe one day again, I'll give it another shot. But I got a chance to play with all the cool little features here, and it was cool, man. It's just, it wasn't for my workflow. It didn't feel good to me. I didn't like the feeling of it anymore. I was over it. The nostalgia was over. I was done with it, and I'll probably never see Reason again. The only thing that I would probably do for Reason is maybe if they had a sale on the rack. I do like some of that stuff. Like Maelstrom is still great for me. There's a few others that I like. I do have some refills and stuff like the MoFat that I like, but I'm kind of cool on it unless I can get, I don't know. I just feel like I don't need it. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary. I have stuff that can do all of that now. Except for the Emu. That was a dope refill. If y'all remember that Emu MoFat rack that they had for Reason that was in the store, refill store, long time ago before they started all this Reason refill. I mean, what is it now? I don't even know what they call them things. They don't call them refills no more. They call them something else. But before they started that. But yeah, man, it was fun. Got much love for Reason, man. I see why people use it, but it's just not for me. So I'm going to end it here, man, and we're going to go on to the next one. I'm going to holler at ya. Peace.